Hey, True Believers, England teen here, or the Extreme movie show. You know the deal. Far beneath the Pine Hills Plaza. Do you know what actually we're talking about? There was a uh, a mental institution that when we were kids, we would go around into at night, and sometimes we actually scared ourselves or got scared by the bums that lived there. It was really weird. Anyway, yes, far behind, below that Pine Hills Palace. Uh, I don't know what he says all the time. Anyway, we're here to talk about Batman 1989. Today actually is the 30th anniversary, and I'm here with Dr. Venkman.
How's it going, guys? Or single person watching?
Our single person, and Jay Fairclough is in the house right now. And what's fun about this is, I was 19. You were a zygote.
When this movie came out, I was 4.
You were 4? Okay. I was actually a projectionist at the time at a movie theater. And so part-time, I was a projectionist, and I also worked at Coliseum of Comics down here in Florida. This is when they first opened. They had this one little tiny shop in a strip mall right next to a hair salon for black women. It was not the best part of town. It was quite an interesting experience working at a comic shop during the opening of Batman 1989, because it was going freaking nuts.
I can imagine how busy it was, and everybody coming in to see this movie and then coming to see it again.
Oh yeah, what was really crazy? No, Rob is on vacation this week, so we're going to be changing things up a little bit here. In the top,
He's off exploring. He stepped away from the bunker.
Yep,
we're hoping he comes back.
Yeah, one weird thing about this is when the trailer was announced, there was a Batman trailer. People would pay money, and I saw it happen. I was in the movie theater. People would pay $6 at the time, go into the theater that the trailer was on, watch the movie trailer, and then leave. Like, you paid for the whole movie. You can sit and watch it. There's no rule that says you can't. And I always thought that was really weird. But that people were doing that. That is not a myth. That actually happened many times.
So they came in to watch some other movie and then watch the trailer and then leave? They wouldn't watch that movie?
They would pay for whatever movie.
That's crazy.
Walk in, they would just watch the trailers. They would see the Batman trailer, and they would leave. Now, this is a different time. This isn't like right now you could just click on YouTube and check out whatever trailer you want.
There was no internet at the time.
Yeah, and so it was that was how you saw the previews a lot of times. Occasionally you saw one for TV, but also a lot of times the trailers for the movie on TV was different than what you would get in the movie. And I remember, of course, you see the trailer for what really got me was when the trailer was playing, there was a scene where it's like, Alfred, let's go shopping. And then you see the Batmobile blowing holes through a wall. It's like, okay, this is going to be cool. So yeah, it was a really good preview. I remember at the time, though, there was just such hype over the preview itself.
What? I don't mean, and if I may interject, wasn't there like a credit card commercial too with Michael Keaton?
I think that came later, but yeah, I do remember there was that. The credit, I don't remember that. I remember OnStar.
Oh, that's what it is, OnStar.
Yeah, OnStar had a commercial because of it. Yeah, it went crazy, and there were so many bootleggers as well.
Oh, people, trying to record it. And make money,
I remember. I remember at the time, Phil had a whole bunch of pins. What would happen is people from DC Comics and Warner Brothers would go to comic shops, and they would see if what's truly licensed product and what's not, and they would have comic shops pull the bootleg items. This was a real phenomenon. This movie. This was a cultural phenomenon here. This was something that grabbed everybody. It was, and unlike now, this was a movie that drove people to the comic book shops. Batman freaking exploded at that time.
You were reading comics at the time, right?
Oh
So,
yeah, yeah. I was.
so did they do a movie tie, like a movie comic
Oh
based off
yeah,
the movie?
yeah. There were you had a prestige format version and the floppy version, the regular version of it. I had the prestige, and that was the at the end. You know the scene where he's kind of looking at the moon. The
Yep.
cover was that with the Joker on it, and yeah. So yeah, they did the comic book tie-in. People actually went to the comic book shop. I actually met a girl at Coliseum that I kind of liked. Never actually closed the deal. Never actually asked her to go out, but her nickname was the Joker because she would come in pretty much in a purple and green outfit of some sorts all the time with the hat, the round purple hat, the whole 9 yards. Really cute girl too, but you know it's like that's another difference. Back in the day, it was finding a cute girl or a hot girl in a comic book shop's like seeing a unicorn back in 1989.
Yeah.
Englentine, are you gonna hate me if I say I like the Extreme Movie Show channel more than your other channels? No, it's still one of my channels. You just have a favorite. I'm okay with that, man. It's fine, man. Seriously. So long as
I like them
free,
both.
that's cool. Yeah.
To be honest, I mean, I don't get around to watch your Disney stuff. 'Cause I'm not really a big Disney fan, but I do.
That's cool. It's not for everybody.
I watch I love the movie channel because I love movies and I love comics. I mean, these are like two channels. You know, they're separated.
Yeah, me too. I know about as much about movies as I do about comics. I know a hell of a lot about comics.
But getting back to the Prestige comic, did you ever buy a copy and did you still have it?
I do not. I don't still have it. I'm one of those people who are like, oh, when I get older, this could put my kids through college, or this could make me live around the world. And I did that go around the world kind of thing. So yeah, I sold. I went from like 100 long boxes to 2.
You just probably shooting yourself in the foot. If you look at how much that's probably worth now.
Not even a little bit. I had a blast. I mean, if you've ever heard the stories, I mean, you know, I got so I had a blast. So no, I can't really. Occasionally I go, wow, I used to have that. Oh, but then I just remember the experiences. So
I'm amazed you made it back out of Thailand alive. I think you would have stayed there.
Yeah, but it was a lot of fun. So yeah, this movie. It's one of those things. It's like when you talk about Beatlemania. That means it means nothing to even me. I was born in 1970, so Beatlemania. By the time I got old enough to understand what the Beatles music was over. I have no concept of it. And for as far as Batman 1989 is concerned. Even you said you were 4 years old. By the time you were old enough to understand what you were talking about.
Dude, I had the toys, man. I had the movie toys. I had the Michael Keaton in the car that transforms, that the missiles would pop out the side of the car. Even though the car had nothing to do with the movie. You know, just the Kenner was making all those toys. They had a quick change Batman costume with Michael Keaton. So,
you know, the only thing, like sometimes I think, well, do you want to get any of that old stuff back? I think the only thing I would get from the Batman 1989 back is Bob. I would get my Bob figure back.
Such a random kid. Yeah, I still have him. Yeah. And all he did was kick stuff. You pulled his leg back and he kicked.
Yeah, it's Bob the Goon, and it's just a random. I mean, he's the side character. He got that job. The actor got the job because he's a friend of Jack Nicholson's.
Yep.
But they made they made an action figure of him, and I can only think that he got the action figure made because Jack Nicholson said something. Yeah,
it was just funny because like there's no Harley Quinn in this, you know. It's just Jokers, and like Bob is basically like the Harley Quinn. Not in the sense that he's the main stooge, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was his right hand man. It was a lot of fun. I mean, come on, it's just Bob the Goon, played
Eric
by Tracy Walter.
Eric says he still has the Taco Bell cups.
Oh yeah, I've got the for the Batman Forever. I have those.
Yeah, I had those, and then like after a while they started disappearing. So I'm like, are people dropping and breaking these? I'm like, where'd they all go?
Yep.
But yeah,
But it was a lot of fun. One of my favorite pins that I got from this bootleg pin thing was the Joker, and it had the Jack Nicholson pose with his arms out, and it said, "This town needs an enema," which I loved that line from the movie. I really did.
Yeah,
I'm hitting.
I
I mentioned I could do some live commentary. Now this could go all the way for the 2 hours and 6 minutes, all the way to the end of the movie, or it'll stop when I'm just out of things to say. I don't know. But I figure if you've got a copy of Batman and you want to talk about it as it plays, you know what? I'll give you time to get it and get it into your machine there. I am now at the very beginning of the Warner Brothers logo, and in about I'll say about 2 or 3 minutes, I'll say start,
Yep.
and we can play, and we'll do that. But let's see. I was talking about the plastic cups from '89 movie. I had glass ones too, and yes, I broke one. Oh, okay. I forgot all about Taco Bell plastic cups.
Well, yeah, McDonald's had the cups too for the Batman Forever, and I had like 3 of the same cup. I'm like, did you guys have any other cups? I was like, seriously?
Did you ever try Batman cereal?
No, I did not.
That's horrible. Well, I wouldn't recommend you try it now. It's 30 years old.
Did you ever try the Ghostbusters cereal?
Yeah, it was horrible. All these things are tie-ins.
I know.
There's a cereal called Kix, which is basically this corn puff kind of thing.
Yeah, it's still making.
Yeah, add maybe 1 grain of sugar to that, and that was the Batman cereal. It was awful. It really was. There wasn't a lot good that came out as far as.
It was just weird though, because they had Kicks and then they had Puffs, were the exact same thing to me.
Yep.
I was like, what's the difference? One's a little bigger than the other one. If it's the same taste.
Here's the thing, though. I had 2 boxes of the Batman cereal. One, of course, you open, but there were 2 versions of it too. You could get it regular, but then there was the one with the collectible bank. Awesome. And I got, I saved that one with the collectible bank for far too long. I mean, I was really one of those collectors who believed that everything he owned was going to be worth $1 million at some point in time.
Yeah. Was that a General Mills cereal?
Yeah.
Because I know they made a lot of stuff like that for General Mills. Like General Mills had the best stuff. You get like the watches in there in the 90s, or you had the color changing spoons. So
yeah, it was quite interesting, this whole experience. So I guess I've given enough time. I hope you have your DVD in the machine if you want. Like I said, I'm at the very beginning of the Warner Brothers insignia. I'm hitting start on it, and I got to say, first thing, of course, it fades away and it comes into the score, which this is one of the best movie scores of all time. This made me a Danny Elfman fan.
Oh yeah, and they also use this for the 1991 cartoon as well.
Mm-hmm. Also, I ended up getting a cassette back in the day called Music from a Darkened Theater, which was all of the Danny Elfman music and everything. Just a great score, fantastic score. So I was a projectionist when this movie comes out.
Is yours playing already?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought it was.
Based upon characters appearing by. So when this comes out, it's I'm a projectionist, but I'm not the guy that's opening the first show. I'm not the dude that's doing projection on the first show. So I come in a little bit late, and the lobby is packed. It is just packed, and people are pissed, and they're yelling at the manager.
I get mine playing. I'll just make sure it's not going over the stream.
Okay. No, I don't hear it. So,
okay.
So the people are pissed and they're yelling at the manager, and I hear a voice, and one of the people that are yelling at the manager is my mom.
Huh.
And I'm like, oh gosh, she's going to get me fired. What's going on? I don't know. So I try to okay, calm down. What's going to happen? Turns out that the projectionist that had worked the night before, who built the movie, put the reels out of order.
Oh no.
And then what the manager said was, because the movie was so crowded, they wouldn't let them, my mother and everybody that was in the theater, finish the film. They were just going to refund them and kick them out. And I was
How,
like, oh
how do you
no.
get out of order? Isn't it usually like connected?
No. You when they would come in a case, and there would be like 3 or 4 smaller reels, and you would put them together on a large platter.
Oh, okay.
And,
So
yeah, and they put them out of order. It was a horrible. So they're like, Aaron, go fix it.
like somebody couldn't connect. It says connect A to A, B to B. It's like,
Well, it would be numbered like 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously, 2 goes to 1. Yeah. Can you imagine if you played it backwards?
Yeah, it was.
They're like, no.
It wasn't good. So I love this. I remember when I first saw this, that you see the kid with the parents. They're trying to get a walk. I always thought, okay, they're doing the origin story. So I dug the fake out here. And one thing I think needs to be brought up is the look of the film. Because this was brought up the other day. We did the comic book Thunderdome, and one of the questions was Batman 1989. Is it a good movie or is it a bad movie? And one of the things that was brought up, and you could take this as good or bad, but it's timeless because some of the fashion is from the 40s and 50s. Some of the cars are from the 40s and 50s, the 30s, so forth. Yeah.
Yep.
I do think it's weird that Tim Burton had a prostitute talk to a kid.
Weird,
like,
yeah.
Hey, honey, you want to? Nope. That was a little bit off. Yeah. Christy Miller says she didn't get a damn notification of it. Sorry, Christy. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen this movie for like a long time. I only remember like the ending scene or where he's dancing in the museum.
Mm-hmm.
You know, anything before that, I really don't remember it.
Yeah. Well, there you go. That's one of the cool things about doing this. Turn your TV down just a touch. Just a touch. Yeah.
Better? Okay.
Yeah,
Right.
but it was, and I love this bit. The first thing you see about Batman is he's watching over the city. He hears the scream. He turns around. That's done with animation. You know, so I love when computer graphics are done well, but it almost has taken away the imagination of movies. They had to come up with so many different tricks to do different things.
And just the way they cut the scenes in this movie are different too. You know?
Yeah.
They should first show Batman on the rooftop. You know, they did like 3 different cameras.
Yeah, this is done very well. I'm also impressed the fact that they actually built Gotham City.
Well, yeah, too, and they went with the 1950s look, kind of still.
Yeah, well, it was an Art Deco sort of thing. It was done and what an ugly city too.
And I love his gadgets. You know, simple but work.
Yep. Let's see what we have in the comment section. Wait, how the hell did Dalton beat anyone? The man can debate. You got to give it to him. Of course, Eric Breen's blaming you for the other day's.
Well, if Eric Breen would get off his butt and actually get on mic, he could judge.
Hey, there you go.
You know, he proved he has a mic. You know.
Yep.
And
I would have loved to have seen the action be a little bit different. I do watch the film, and the one thing I'm really not a fan of is the bat suit.
Yeah, and the fact you can tell he's stiff in there too, trying to move it.
Yeah.
Even Val Kilmer said for his, you know, if you had to pee, he's like, you're peeing in the suit.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't care for the Commissioner Gordon. I didn't care for the actor.
Here we go. Here's the iconic line. I'm not gonna kill you.
Oh.
Who are you?
I'm already past that.
That is just so fucking. I mean, it's iconic. It really is. At this point, you get people saying other things. Then that is just amazing. Just a great line. The whole 9 yards. And it was even used in the Christian Bale version. That's what I really dig about it too, man.
Or he's taking the guy at the rooftop. Don't kill me. Yeah.
Well, yeah. Wouldn't you be like that too? I mean, you know, here's a guy that just beat the teetotal hell out of both of you. He took a bullet in the chest.
Yeah.
that's pretty intimidating, man.
And
Seriously.
then you see the guy jump off the rooftop, and he's gone.
Yeah. Let's
Like you're tripping out. Are you smoking something? It's like,
so yeah, I was part of the big controversy. I got to admit, I fed into it. You're making Mr. Mom's Batman? Are you stupid? Hey, he's a comedic actor. Why you need somebody big? And yeah, so I was one of those people. I really was. It just didn't
Right.
work. Jack Nicholson wasn't my first pick for the Joker, actually, either.
who would it chose back then?
James Woods.
James. Well, yeah, James was pretty good.
James Woods to me looked like a Brian Boland Joker. If you look at the cover to The Killing Joke, and then just imagine James Woods in the makeup, I think he would have nailed this role. Jack Nicholson, though, at the time could do no wrong. He was huge, and it was just yeah. Oh, and this was the young lady that plays Jack Napier's girlfriend was its name? Mick Jagger's girlfriend.
Kim Basinger?
No, the one that plays the girlfriend, the Joker's girlfriend.
Oh, the blonde.
Yep. Yeah. But it was something, man. I thought James Woods could do well. I thought Willem Dafoe would have been fine. And when I heard it was Jack Nicholson, actually everybody was like, "Oh yeah, great casting. He'd be awesome," and he is. Yeah, I mean he did very well. This is kind of a mix. Though.
Was this the first origin they did with Joker? Was this a different? The original origin was Joker. Did they really have an origin, or is this like when they first made up their own, and then after this, people started creating different origins for the Joker?
Oh no, this is very much the Red Hood story. I mean, it's of course he had a red hood on.
Yeah.
In the comics, but yeah, they do the Red Hood story with him.
The reason I ask because the Killing Joke is different, though, a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit. Ladies and gentlemen, Porkins from Star Wars. Where do you spend your nights out, Jack? This guy, I was like, really? That's how you're going to talk to the entire movie? I don't have to listen to you. Yeah, but another thing, you might not know this guy, but the guy who plays, oh my gosh, I got to get the names here, but Robert Wool, who plays Alexander Knox, was also he was a bit of an up and coming comedian at the time.
Yeah, as an annoying guy with Kim Basinger, he was a journalist.
He does a riff on Born to Run.
He runs with Arliss.
Yeah. But if you get a chance, look up Robert Wool, Born to Run. He does a riff on the song that is just brilliant. It really is. My friend has maintained for 30 years that Dolph Lundgren would have been a better Batman. I need smarter friends. Yeah, for size, absolutely. But, Michael Keaton, I think, pulled it off because of the acting talent. You got to have somebody who could act through the mask. I just wish they built a mask that he could have turned his head and you would have some action in it.
I would have been great if they had Dolph Lundgren in there, but you make him like a goon.
Yeah, that would work. That would work.
Where he's like, the big Russian goon, he has to beat him down, where he's taking on the Russian mob or something like that.
Yeah.
Or even a penguin goon, or you could put the Joker goons, put the Joker clown face on him. You imagine Dolph Lundgren with Joker clown,
So this is where we get our first introduction to Tracy Walter as Bob the Goon.
All right.
Oh, but yeah, not a lot of people knew that Porkins from Star Wars, William Hootkins.
The guy is that supposed to be Harvey Bullock?
The fat guy? You know what? That's actually who I thought it was gonna be, but yeah, his name is Eckhart.
So I just made somebody else,
Yeah, because when I first saw this movie, I thought, oh, is that Harvey? Nope.
Because I was wondering, because when that Harvey Bullock goes in the animated series, I'm like, well, they said it's supposed to be kind of loosely based off the movie. I'm like, did they create Harvey was already in the comics, but then before this,
yeah, he was.
Because I didn't read the comics before this. I got into the cartoon and then I started reading some of the comics.
I must break you, Joker. That would be Dolph Lundgren as the Batman. I must break you.
If he dies, he dies.
Yeah, man, they really did that. If you look at the map paintings on this, they built they built the city
Oh yeah,
on a
the set.
soundstage. It's amazing the work that went into this.
And these
Very
are all,
Tim Burton movie.
and the thing when they do these are all inside the big giant like the
Sound stages and
sound
everything.
stages. Yeah,
But
it
this
goes
was
off the
on.
studios.
This I think was on. They actually built it outside though.
Well, yeah. Now you can see in the background, you see the factories. That's all like
Well, it's map paintings.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and here we get Alexander Knox goes into the newspaper bullpen, and he's handed a Bob Kane drawing. A lot of people. I saw so many newspapers and any magazine that could point it out was willing to point it out. It's an original Bob Kane. I think that would be an awesome thing. Like that would be a prop I would want to take home. Like if it was like, oh, okay, you could take something from the set. Yeah, that would be it.
Time magazine on the desk with her.
Yeah. And then
this was a different side of Kim Basinger. Seeing her with the hair pulled back, you know, and the large glasses, because she usually played like the over sexualized.
Well, yeah, she was the Bond girl. She was in 9.5 weeks, and she looked good. That movie was dull though.
And she was in the movie with Bruce Willis as well.
Yeah.
I forgot which one it was where he's trying to get with her, but she's lived with her parents.
Something about Blind Date. Blind Date was what it was called.
It was Blind Date. Yeah.
Eric Breen is saying Harvey was still a relatively new character at the time and had been taken out of the Bat books and was in Checkmate. Okay, that's actually something I did not know.
Huh.
I was not a big fan of Checkmate at the time. Yeah. So yeah, that's good going. You all right? Rock on. You stumped me on something. Yeah. Well, I've said this before. Not everybody.
And these buildings, though, they must be like little miniature buildings too. Because remember, he liked to do that with Beetlejuice.
Mm-hmm.
So they didn't really have CG. So they still today. I'm sure some films they actually build model sets.
Here's something. I read a. Oh yeah, that's definitely a model.
Yeah.
When it's going all the way up to the top.
Yep.
See, and it's Grissom's penthouse.
Now here's Jack Napier in his purple suit.
Jack Palance, man, you want to talk about a cadence? Everybody brings up, you bring up, what's his name? Christopher Walken.
Yeah.
Jack Palance had the same thing. It was, and he did it first.
Right.
Bigs up to you and Rob for giving something refreshing. Always.
And he's the guy from.
Thank you, Jay. He's the guy from.
He's from RoboCop, isn't he?
No.
I'm thinking of.
No, Jack Palance was not in RoboCop.
Which one is he from? He's from a different movie. I know that though.
City Slickers.
That's what it was. Yeah, he was the old guy.
Yeah. Little chunky dialogue here.
At that time, I remember like there was only like a few actors, but older gentlemen, but they kind of looked similar.
The way Jack Palance said Eckhart made the movie. Yeah, he's a great actor. He's a personality actor. Like, you know what you're getting when you get a Jack Palance. And I think they needed a Jack Palance or somebody of that caliber to stand next to Jack Nicholson. Oh, what's his name? He played Carmine Falcone in the animated series. He played Dean Wormer. What's his name, guys? It's escaping me, but he could have been a good Boss Grissom as well. Jack Palance is best known for the movie Shane. Oh, yeah. Yeah, or Shame in the Batman 66 series. Yeah, but that was a different dude. That was Charlie from the movies. Yeah. Come back, Shame.
I like the design of Wayne Manor in this. It kind of reminds me of the Smallville, Lex Luthor's place.
I think you're a little bit ahead, dude.
Probably am.
Press pause for a sec.
Let me know what scene you're on. I'm at the where they're starting to gamble now. They're Bruce
Wayne's now we're seeing Bruce Wayne. Yeah, you're right. It looks like the castle in Smallville. We just hit the Bruce Wayne mansion here.
All right.
It's casino night.
I'm at the where they
John
saved the
Vernon.
festival.
Thanks, Eric Breen. Yeah. John Vernon, I think, could have done a good Boss Grissom as well.
But
no, it is. It's the exteriors. It really does kind of look like the castle that they brought over for the Luthers in the TV show. Yeah. Now I like Jack Napier's not Jack Napier, Alan Napier's Alfred. I think he was a decent Alfred. And he's the only character that goes through all 4 of the Burton era films.
Yep.
Well, no, Commissioner Gordon as well, unfortunately. I'm not a big fan of, I agree with you. I'm not a big fan of Pat Hingle's Commissioner Gordon. Just, I don't know. I don't know what they were going for on this one. And there he is, the man of the hour.
Yep.
She looks good.
He's so young in this too. Like you see him now, he looks like.
Well, he's older.
Yeah, he's like 60. He was like 60. What? 65?
Yeah, this is 30 years ago, man.
Yeah,
we all look a little bit older.
I know.
And that's just the way it is.
And
I love Alan Napier coming behind him and picking things up as he's leaving things. Just
and you'll notice that the fashion trend back then, even though it's in the 50s, you still see a little bit of the 80s stuff.
Well, it's not set in the 50s.
But I mean, like the cars are though 50s though. You see the cars.
That's part of the genius of it. This movie is timeless because you cannot pin anything down. Some of the cars, some of the fashion is in the 50s, or looks like the 50s and the 40s. The cars look like they're in the 50s and the 40s, but then they're using modern day technology. You just can't nail this thing down. I mean, Alexander Knox is holding a voice, a little tape recorder.
Yep.
Yeah, that was in 1950s. So. Well, I love the way Billy D says that. We got other things to think about without worrying about ghosts and goblins. Yeah. That was such, I like Tommy Lee Jones, but what a missed opportunity to not have Billy D become Two-Face. I understand Tommy Lee Jones was the bigger actor at the time.
Tommy Lee Jones is a great actor. I just didn't care for him as Two-Face.
Yeah, and Eric Breen.
I thought that was one of his worst roles.
Yeah, well, they didn't exactly make Two-Face in Batman Forever. Yeah, Eric Breen's bringing up the pork pie hats to make it look a little, to kind of skew the timeline a bit. But yeah, I would have loved to have seen a Billy D. Williams Two-Face. I think that.
I always love this scene right here where they walk in, they don't know who Bruce Wayne is yet.
Yeah,
and I'm thinking like they're reporters, and like Bruce Wayne's super famous. Like no one has a photo of him.
Yeah, Arsenal. Oh. Yeah. Oh man, this is a lottery dream. I think I would do this. I don't know. Yeah, the Mohawk spikes. Yeah, you're right. That's a weapon in itself. Like you lose your sword, just head down and run.
Just headbutt him.
Yeah. And this one's King of the Wicker People.
You're right. Genghis Khan and stuff, and it's just like
this is it's pretty wild. I don't know if I had Powerball lottery wins. I don't know if I would collect this kind of an armory, but dang, wouldn't you just have? You would want a room of pretension somewhere.
My wonder is like, is it his or is it his dad's?
It may be. It may just be, that like a family thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bruce Wayne was supposed to be Howard Hughes type recluse in the beginning of the movie, says Eric Breen. It kind of fits. And that would be why they don't recognize him here.
Yeah. Well, he just came back. If it's Batman Year One, he just came back.
Yeah. You got a good eye. Some people say she has two. Yeah. Congratulations, random waiter number 1. You have your line. Now get out.
I know. I'm thinking, like, why are there extra? Well, they must have hired people for catering.
No, are you kidding me? This guy probably had the greatest story in the world. Mom, Dad, I'm in the Batman movie. I'm finally going to make it. It's random waiter number 1.
Hey, who's your character? He's in the guy for 3 seconds.
But hey, you know how many
Alfred's right there.
You know how many Batman movies he's in versus us?
Yeah, I know, but still.
And then you get the Alfred
Like, dude,
scene.
can you imagine? It's like, man, my grandpa was in Batman '89.
Yeah, I actually didn't understand what Harvey Knox was saying here. When he looks in the mirror, I was like, "What the heck, Bruce Wayne? Is he using a?" I actually thought he was using a German accent when I first saw this movie. It's like, what does he mean, Bruce Wayne? None of the stuff in there is German. It just didn't make sense to me. And then I was like, "Oh, Vane, I get it now. All right, yeah."
You got the motion camera too. You seeing?
Yeah. So yeah,
Wait,
it took me a while.
Oh, it's right. Oh, it's behind the mirrors. Yeah.
It was that is such low tech right now.
I know.
At the time, it's like looking at it, going, "Oh my gosh, that's an amazing setup."
Look, he's got a VCR.
The sad thing is here's this awesome Bat computer he's looking at, and now all of that fits on your phone.
Right. He's got a ham radio.
Yeah, that is actually 1950s thinking, 1970s thinking, where, oh yeah, the most impressive computers, they're gonna fill a room.
Dude, I love the Adam Westall. He had more high technology. You think, as far as the elevator, and he had just a button on that statue. The hidden stuff, like the secret spy stuff.
Yeah, gonna get some sleep, brother. Have a good night, Jay. Thanks for hanging out with us for as long as you did. And it's Daddy-Daughter Day. Oh, wow. And the wife? Wait, you're married? I knew you had a daughter. I didn't know you guys were hitched. Congratulations. And enjoy your day with your daughter, man. That's awesome. My kids are of the age that they're not exactly into Daddy-Daughter Days too much.
I think all kids are like that after a certain age.
Oh yeah, of course. It hurts, but a little bit. But you gotta,
unless your dad's taking you to Disney World, then you're going.
Well, my youngest is more like she doesn't want to go to Disney, but if I say I'll buy you lunch, she'll go. She likes when I go to do a food review, she'll jump onto that, but she doesn't like the theme parks. Yeah, you are definitely ahead because I can hear the gunfire.
Yeah. Well, I'm trying to pause, and then I don't know what.
I can hear the gunfire in yours, but the thing is, I love the fact that some of these, granted, they shot first this time, but there are times when the cops in Gotham City are like,
yeah,
blam, freeze.
Yeah. So where are you at now?
Commissioner Gordon just walked in, and he's grabbing the bullhorn for Eckhart.
Okay, that's where I'm at now. Because I paused it, so you could catch up.
Now, and this is what gets me is when he's giving orders, he's like, "You go over there, you go over there, be careful, be careful." Like, really? That's how we're gonna do that here, huh? Be careful. I don't know why. That's just weird dialogue to me.
Yeah.
But this is actually this is. Comic book origin. Of course, it's its own telling of it, but it's the comic book origin.
Yep.
And I actually kind of enjoy this whole scene here.
Oh, what was the whole premise about this? Why were they destroying this company or the factory?
Oh, it's a setup. Grissom wanted Jack Napier to be arrested, so he has him break in to do a little industrial espionage. Everything wasn't in the safe, but Eckhart was called, so they were supposed to arrest Jack Napier. And of course, Commissioner Gordon and Batman come in to mess it all up.
Yeah, that bat suit. You have to look at his face; it doesn't really fit on him that well.
I used to love the bat suit, by the way. So
same here.
This is something that over time I'm like, I know how you could have done it. That's the whole thing. Like, had they treated it like a knight's armor, where you have the helmet go inside and then you have flaps come down blocking the neck, I think that would have been a lot better at the time.
They should have had the cowl separate.
Yeah. You could make like a little, like maybe a little stocking kind of thing, and then put a little plastic on top of it to make it look solid.
that was the thing I hated about the second one, where he rips it off.
Oh yeah, yeah, I know. It's like it could take
like,
bullet fire, but tear.
It's rubber.
Yeah. You got to give it to Tim Burton though. Some of these shots, he just wanted to make Batman look cool, and he's walking through the smoke, and he does. Tim Burton really knows how to set up a shot here. When he's you see him do the flying up in the air in just a touch here. The backwards punch, him sending the guy over the railing. Every time Batman's on screen, he looks so freaking.
Yeah, and you look at Jack Napier hiding up there in the balcony. He just looks super scared. I'm not used to seeing that version of Jack Nicholson.
Jesus.
I wonder what the stunt double, how many there were for Batman. You imagine they had it, because you can't see his face. Like he's holding up Jack Napier. You don't see Burton.
Well,
so and then you do, and then it cuts to him. Like, do you think he's able to lift him up?
You don't actually. He's not. Nobody's lifting anybody. You just put him on a couple of on a box or something like.
Yeah.
Make it look like it. Yeah. I get it's something that I'm one thing I'm afraid of is I'll start watching the movie. We're here. Oh, we're gonna do some live commentary. We're gonna talk about it as it goes. Maybe we'll speak scene from scene. Hey, Eckhart, think about the future. Blam. So I'm worried, and I was worried about doing this. The one big fear I had was that at some point we're gonna start watching the movie. And that's when it's because it really is an entertaining film. It does hold up. You got to give it that much.
I'm more afraid about my music coming over and demonetized, banned for 30 days.
Oh, this whole channel isn't monetized, so it's
which is great.
So long as we're not showing it or we're not making the sound the main thing, because that will get you banned in live streams. The live stream privilege taken away.
But I'm watching where he could have saved him with the grappling hook.
Well, yeah, of course.
I'm like, this is horrible.
But you're not supposed to think about that.
I know.
We're Batman fans. We know all the tricks. This is such a cool scene here.
And there he throws the smoke grenade.
Yeah.
And he stands there for 30 seconds. Okay, finally.
Yeah, no, plenty of time for a cop to draw his gun and shoot him. But yeah, it's still a cool scene. I really do like that. But you can hear the words action and cut when the cops are walking up to the smoke. And they're what? He's gone? Yeah. This is so cool with the hand. Because this is out of the comics, too. This is out of the Killing Joke right here. With the hand.
Yep.
Yeah. It's done very, very well.
First of all, he's inside the water, man. You imagine the pollution?
Yeah. Yeah, suicide. Can I get that on tape? Yeah, this is
where it starts to get cringy for me is when Jack Nicholson starts putting on the makeup that cover his white face.
Really? Why?
But he still has the scars though.
Yeah, but
I don't know, is it because it just looks fake to me. It looks like you use prosthetic makeup.
Well, it is prosthetic makeup.
Yeah.
It's 1989 prosthetic.
I know. But compared to you see what nowadays we saw Heath Ledger's. Heath Ledger's look more realistic to me.
Well, give it freaking time.
I know. For its age, yes. This was the top. The line, special effects and everything.
Yeah, I mean, come on, dude.
I know.
Give it a little bit.
I still love the movie though.
This is something I thought. Okay, this is a decent joke, but
they're eating dinner.
Yeah, and the table, they're on either side. It just.
Yeah, she's like with her hand.
One of the cool things I like about this is that it helps to. It's obviously a show. Bruce Wayne can't be Batman, so he's got to be a flake. He's got to be socially awkward. That kind of guy. It doesn't have to be
jerk,
He doesn't have to be Clark Kent farm boy kind of way, but give the pretentiousness. This guy would never be interested in helping a city, that kind of thing.
I love how you're eating stuff and it looked like his plate on the left of him was upside down, but then you show him now, it shows like it's up. It's
Upside right.
upright.
You noticed a little gaff there.
Yeah, I wonder if that was a goof or is I made just seeing optical illusion.
One thing also that I really have to say, and this is part of Michael Keaton's acting that I don't think gets a lot of credit, and that's his mullet.
Oh yeah,
This is the Batman with a mullet, and I think that cannot be ignored. That it's all business in front and party in the back for Bruce Wayne here, and
Yep.
he's just maybe an inch or two worth of hair away from having the Patrick Swayze.
he
I
is. Yeah,
absolutely believe that needs to be brought up at some point.
but I mean, Keaton, what separates him from all the other people is just his eyebrows, man.
Oh yeah, they're almost bat shaped, and
Yep.
I don't think that they sculpted it that way, but I would love. I guess that's something to look up. But I would not be surprised if they actually sculpted the eyebrows just a little bit. So
we need to pluck your eyebrows to make them look Batman.
why wouldn't they? Just obvious. You don't want it, but you don't want to do it so obvious, like it's a Norma
Yeah.
kind of thing. But just a little bit, because he's got that expressive look anyway. So
he does.
why wouldn't you sculpt him a little bit so that when he does raise his eyebrows, they make the bat wings? I don't know.
When you see him in the Batman Homecoming, or not, sorry, Spider-Man Homecoming, he still has the same kind of eyebrows. It's just his permanent expression. That's just the way he is. I don't know if he's Greek or what his nationality is behind. But I mean,
he's American.
He's a mutt like everybody else.
He's American. He's an American. Yeah.
Land dweller.
Yes. And this was so iconic, this scene right here, that even The Simpsons did a parody of it. When Lisa Simpson gets her braces.
Oh.
Mirror. Mirror. Yeah. I understand that, okay, this is supposed to be an underground doctor who fixes criminals, but you would think Boss Grissom would have enough money to actually give him a clean place to work.
Yeah, it's like a veterinary place, but it's not. So, because most the trope is they always go to a vet.
Yeah, well, in this case, it's like a leaky room beneath, and it's like the basement of a basement.
Look at the walls; they're like nasty brown and stuff.
Like somebody shat on the roof and then let it just slide on down.
I'm gonna trust this guy to have everything sterile.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You would think that, like, okay, I know you're a mafia doctor, but can't the mafia spend a couple of dollars on a sterile operating table? Maybe. Look what I got to work with. Oh, by the way, those are the exact tools that are used in Little Shop of Horrors.
He's laughing now. This is crazy.
That happens a lot where they use the same props, but the tools that he uses to fix Napier's face are the tools that Steve Martin's dentist pulls out to be cruel to Bill Murray's masochist character in Little Shop of Horrors.
I thought it was interesting though. He went to the doctor, to get his face fixed, but he's already wearing the Joker costume. Like, did he stop home, get a different suit?
No, actually, he was in that suit when he fell in.
Was he?
Yeah. You look at what he's wearing. If you go back, not now, of course, but if you go back and you look at what he's wearing, he really is wearing a version of the Joker costume when they're doing the espionage, the business espionage there.
Yep. This is also the Batman with glasses.
Yeah. Now, okay, here's something. The makeup rubbed off on Jack Nicholson's costume.
Yep.
So when he steps forward and he does his line and he points the gun at Grissom, look at his left collar. You'll see where the makeup rubbed off on it. It's a little mistake that
it's a little white, yeah,
didn't get fixed.
I love he's in the bathrobe.
Yeah, well, yeah, why not?
He's like, I don't care. I'm just gonna.
You betrayed me for a woman. I gotta turn this up just a touch for this part because this is you talk about iconic. This This is where I start watching the movie just a little bit here.
We see Dark Palance say so he drinks the rest of his scotch and he's kind of whiskey and he's going for the gun now.
Yep.
He's like, don't bother, because he knows exactly what he's gonna do.
I've been dead once.
Yep.
It's quite liberating. Yeah, this scene right here, if you look at his left collar, you'll see that the makeup kind of rubbed off on it.
Yep.
Yeah. You can call me Joker. Oh no, it's the you could see it on his neck. The collar.
Yeah,
that's it. The collar. Yeah, the collar rubbed the makeup off of his neck. Yeah. It's.
I love the music though.
Oh, I know the little circus thing. It is really cool. Yeah.
He's just dancing as he's shooting, trick shooting.
It's like, yeah, I don't care where the bullets go. You're already dead. Why not?
He's like, oh, I'm out of bullets. Oh well. Throws a hat.
And this is the first appearance of Jack Nicholson's Joker. I kind of like that, but here's the thing. Here's one thing I thought was weird about Jack Nicholson's Joker. When he comes in, he's kind of this is kind of along the lines of the comics because he's serious, he's kind of crazy, but he's just angry crazy, and then he kind of occasionally he'll get into loopy crazy. Yeah. Eric Breen says he's watching the Cardinals game, so he's hanging on every word. We lost all but 2 people at this point.
It's okay. I'm watching Batman.
There you go. Yeah, it's kind of funny because I was like, "All righty, do we really want to do this? Or are we really gonna?" I'm like, "Yeah, okay. This is kind of cool talking about things." Now,
this is what me and Rob do. We don't watch the movie, but I mean, him being older, I've already watched the movie. Me watching the movie for the first time, it's great, and then you get 2 different sides. So
yeah. So
you remember? Like you said, you remember this. You were 19 years old. I don't remember any of this in the beginning. You know. I watched this when I was probably 15. You know, it was like late 90s.
So yeah, you were all done with the hype and everything.
Yeah,
I remember a couple of the younger people I worked with. They didn't like this movie because they thought it was going to be like an Indiana Jones action-packed kind of thing, and there's a lot of quiet moments here.
Yeah,
and it's a very stylized movie. You know, this isn't meant to be the serial kind of action film that Indiana Jones was.
I will say this though, his Joker reminds me of the Adam West version of the Joker.
Yeah, this is very much a 1970s Batman movie, not a 1960s. 1966, of course, was the Batman TV show. It was all campy. But then Denny O'Neil and
did it. They brought it back.
Neil Adams made them a little bit more serious. But if you go back and you read those stories, there's still a lot of camp parts. There's still a little bit of Silver Age silliness left over to them, and so I think this is a very good Neil Adams, Denny O'Neil Batman right here that we're seeing on screen, done by Tim Burton. Mm-hmm. It's just a good part of the era. Now, here I don't like what Alfred does here. Not a big fan. He should know better because Kim Basinger, Bruce Wayne just told her they're going to go on a trip, so he can't call her. And so when she goes down, she says to Alfred, have fun on the trip. And she goes, we're not going anywhere. No, that's not Alfred. Alfred should know to back up to back up Bruce Wayne no matter what. Anything, always say yes.
I'm not a fan of his Joker's costume, though. Once he gets this, though, he changes with the little hat with the little tassel.
The pork pie hat? You don't like that? No, I dig it.
Nah, I like the one he had before it with the hat. You know, I like him with the long trench coat.
That was his nightwear. That was his the one where he's sitting down, honey.
Is that pajamas?
Yeah, those were pajamas.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That he was. Remember, you saw Grissom in the robe. That's what that was. That was just him playing off of Boss Grissom. That's what that was going on with that. Yeah. Oh, we lost everybody but one now.
Like I said though, it's like we're having fun. I mean, that's some. I mean, yeah, people are gonna there are gonna be people who are gonna come back and watch this, and maybe if not even watching the movie, they're gonna have no idea what's going on, you know. But the point is just to get people to watch this movie, you know, and just go
Well,
back and watch great movies. There's so many great movies that people may have not heard of, and this may like, oh, there's an '89 Batman movie. You know, there are still people like that. There are people who were born in 2003. You know, they're
yep,
like 15.
yep. Hmm.
So to them, this is like watching this movie is like, yeah, is it corny compared to what they? But then some of these movies are like, just the way they did this is different. It's a different art style.
Yeah, yeah. It's I always
Well,
another. What's up with the priest? They now right next to Bob the Goon when he electrocutes the guy and you see the
yeah,
skeleton right behind him is Bob the Goon, but then you have a bad one of the Joker's henchmen and it looks like he's wearing a priest's collar. Like, what's up with that, man? I want to know his story. Like, I fell out of the clergy and I was like, this crazy dude, he's got it going on. It's
yeah.
like from Jesus to Joker in 3 easy steps. It's like what is the thought process that gets you going from
Now,
and this of course I always thought that they had white makeup on or like they had white makeup on the sponge that he has,
yeah,
but they literally put the clear makeup over the white makeup
yep,
and then he removed some of it. It was that's how they did the scene where he removes where he kind of paints white on his forehead. I actually thought he was just painting white on his forehead, but that's makeup over makeup on this.
yep.
That was done very well. That was a great look.
Now they're not wearing members only jacket. These are just regular bomber jackets.
Exactly.
The goons.
Yes. Yeah. There are no members in Batman. Yeah, this is a good Joker look. It's comic book accurate, at least, or at least what people believed at the time. This would be a. I think it's a little Brian Bolandish.
Now,
at the time, he is like the Joker artist.
At the time they did this movie, then they did the movie with Christopher Walken being the mayor, being the bad guy, and the Penguin. You know, who would you say is more menacing, Jack Napier, Jack Nicholson, or would you say Christopher Walken's character?
Oh, Jack Nicholson. Jack Nicholson is the Joker. Is far more menacing.
Yeah, like I said, I love this movie. I didn't care for the second one. You know, it just
we'll get to that one. It's 30 years old in about 3 years now, so we'll get to that one. But yeah, it's I think he did a good job at being both fun, something that is scary to the kids and fun to the kids as well. This is the kind of movie we could trust kids to watch back then. Nowadays, I think they're far too coddled. Yeah.
I would say he's more sadistic in this one.
Yeah.
Than he was in the TV show. And then when it comes to the Batman animated series, you see Mark Hamill brings it to life, and you see kind of this version, but there's more comedy.
Yeah, well, they can't do in the animated series.
So
they could do in the movie, at the very least. Now, here's something I mentioned it earlier, where they do the origin fake out, where you see the kid and the parents, and they're walking down the alley, and you think, okay, this is going to be the origin of Batman. And I like the fact that they didn't do that, and they just did this as a little flashback. Yep. At this point, of course, 30 years later, I don't think it's ever necessary to show the origin of Batman.
Well, just the fact, he said they've done it too in the cartoons and also the comics, where he said like never again. He because was it the Arkham games? He had flashbacks.
Yeah, I like the Arkham games. The Arkham games have the same problem that this thing does. You see Napier, and he's in. I'm going to go with Arkham. I'm talking about Arkham Asylum, not Arkham City. Yes. Arkham Asylum. This is a hospital that's being used, and yet you go down hallways and there's leaves and cockroaches and all sorts of stuff. I'm like, This is a working hospital here. Why are we looking at it like it's
I always assumed you're in abandoned wings of it.
no, those are still work. You have patients down
I
there.
know. They just don't care. They're like, figure, well,
It
it's so run
that
down.
didn't make sense. That didn't make sense to me. But go figure. You know what? If you want to know if I ever cosplay the Joker, this is the version of the Joker I want to cosplay. The mime Joker.
You had the white face paint, or would you have the?
Oh yeah, I would definitely do the white face.
You wouldn't do the normal over the white.
No, I'm talking about you got the reporters and they're talking to the other mob boss about Grissom's holdings, and he's how can we tell the signature is real? And then Jack Napier says it is real. That outfit right there. I think that would have been kind of cool. These are horrible mimes, though.
I know.
The
kid's got a bomber jacket.
Yeah, the kids got bomber jackets were big in Gotham City in 1989. They're bomber jackets and mullets. That was what was big. But these are horrible. It's obviously they're the Joker's henchmen, but wow, they don't even try. Okay, the guy skating. I guess he's a little bit okay, but they're all doing the trapped in the
Bob with the camera. That's all I remember from the movie. Him.
Mm-hmm. Stop the press. Yeah, but what horrible mimes. I could do better mime than this.
Right. Now, do you remember what kind of camera those were? Do you ever see anybody have those?
What? Yeah.
The one that Bob's using? I remember the Polaroids.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we had the Polaroid as well.
Yeah. The one he's using, it looks different though.
I got like a Polaroid picture. Yeah, but this little checkerboard pants, the top hat, the tails, the whole 9 yards.
Yeah.
I've always loved this Joker outfit right here. I just thought it was fun, and it goes with the green makeup. It goes with the green hair and the white makeup.
I'm like he throws the feather at him and kills him with the peacock feather.
Truly mightier than the sword.
Yeah, you're like 2 seconds ahead of me.
Oh, sorry, man. Sorry.
That's okay though.
But
you get to tell me what to look for if you point something out, which is great. I'm like I never really noticed the collar, the paint on his collar.
Mm-hmm. The what gets me though is like, oh, he shot a gun outside of City Hall and no cops are chasing him. Like there are no cops following the Joker right now. And I don't care who you are, that unless it's poisoned, that little dart that couldn't go far enough into the neck. And
here's the grainy TV footage like you see in Ghostbusters.
Hey, dude, we did not have HD. We did not have HD. That's not grainy TV footage. That's awesome.
Dude, I had the antenna where you like the one the vertical from the floor to the ceiling. I twisted it, and that's how I got my channels in.
I love this line. What kind of a world we live in where a man dressed like a bat steals all of my press?
Yeah, what kind of a man dressed like a bat gets all my press?
Needs an enema. I've always loved that line. Always loved.
And he's got the little noisemaker.
The little noisemaker, yeah.
Kazoo or.
But you talk about great lines in movies. I've always loved. This town needs an enema. Yeah. Need to get that.
That's not something I would never picture Joker saying that though. That's just what's so weird about that.
Oh, absolutely, I could. Of course, it was helped out by this movie, but absolutely, I could. I mean, that's his whole thing. Now, I gotta say, while I could see the Joker being a little bit vulgar, I do believe that Kevin Smith kind of took it over the line a couple of times.
Yep.
Yeah. He wrote, when Kevin Smith wrote the Joker, he almost wrote him a little gay as well and a pervy. Like, I'm not a big fan of pervy Joker.
Yeah. When you say gay, you mean...
How you doing? We are literally doing a live commentary of Batman 1989. We are up to the scene right after the Joker kills the mob bosses outside of City Hall. If you want to put your copy on and follow along, that's what we're doing tonight. It's a lot of fun. If you have any memories when you were a kid or teenager, or I think you would be young 20s, seeing the movie, by all means, share them. It's just this is it, man. This is what we're doing. Rob and I said that we were going to do this with a couple of movies anyway, where we just turn one on and we start talking about them. So I guess this is the great experiment. We'll see how it goes. It's a 2-hour live stream.
Well, you're either the person who hates commentary, or the person who loves commentary.
Yeah, I actually do, and I told you guys before that my favorite way of watching Batman and Robin by Joel Schumacher is with the commentary. I don't want to ever watch it regular, but yeah, because dude, you know what? I just reckon this is something I never noticed, that Joker got the idea for the Smilex from Vicky Vale's pictures of the Cortez Maltese.
Huh.
Because the people in Cortez Maltese are all, dead with the big smiles on their faces.
Oh, yeah.
That, man, 30 years later, I discovered something new. Wow, that's awesome. No, in all honesty, it might make me sound dumb, but I had never noticed that before. I mean, I saw the dead bodies, but it never, I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm watching it on Blu-ray high def and all that kind of stuff.
Dude, I kind of want that jacket with the Joker on it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that I think that
wears?
was sold. I'm sure you can find it on eBay or something. Edward Brewer saying, "Cool. I hated the Prince soundtrack, but I liked the movie."
Oh, when he's doing the balloons.
I can't be 100% with you because there are parts of it I do like. But I guess Prince isn't for everybody. I can't even say that and sound convincing. Prince music was cool, man.
There's got to be at least one Prince song that somebody likes.
Oh, I'm pretty sure. There's always.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of hip hop and rap, but I could point to maybe 2 or 3 songs that I do like.
And then we get to the classic Joker
Dance,
where he's dancing again.
Yeah, I remember Bat Dance, man. That wasn't the soundtrack, but he did Prince did have you ever seen the Bat Dance video?
No, I haven't, so I have to look it up, though.
Check it out. It's a lot of fun. He's right, though. It's something that you can watch once or twice. I've recently got it. I picked it up off of Amazon Music, and I listened to it. It does not hold up. And I will give you that much. It does not hold up.
When you say Bat Dance, I think of like the Adam West one.
Oh, the Bat-Tootsie? Yeah, Bat-Tootsie and Bat Dance are 2 different things.
I know. I never knew there was another Bat Dance. I thought there was only the Adam West one.
Yeah, I love the Bat-Tootsie because he goes into a bar and he says, "Is there somewhere I could wait? I don't want to draw attention." And he's like in this go-go bar in his Batman outfit. I love that line. But Bat Dance is a lot different. It's a little bit of a disco song, and you see Prince is dressed like Joker and Batman. It's kind of wild. Yeah.
Candy Walker and some other girl were murdered, and they have the clown faces, permanent grin.
Yep.
So
this is a Tim Burton fail. Okay, I'm gonna say I don't particularly like the newscasters, and I'm gonna say
when they start laughing, or just
no, this could be played for horror. We should be a little afraid of what's going on, but the way that it's lit, the way their background, the whole 9 yards, it's almost filmed as if it's disinterested in this lady's death.
There you are. The Joker commercial.
The Joker products. And I think it would have made for a great contrast if they played it for horror, and then Joker comes up and he is exactly the way he is, and then you just can understand exactly how scary of a character.
Brand is. X. This is not an act. It blinks on the screen. Oh no! The caption.
I get a grin again and again. I remember that was a bit of a poster there as well. Him on the beach with the 2 dead ladies.
Yeah. There was a.
Yeah. See, so I was really a bit disappointed in this particular scene because in the trailer it was like, Alfred, let's go shopping. Batmobile shooting holes in walls, and in this case it's like, Alfred, let's go shopping. And they literally go shopping, except for they cut that scene out. I think there should have been a little montage, maybe to some Herman's Hermits or something of Alfred and Batman going shopping for products to find out. Yeah, I think that would be kind of cool. Yeah.
It just cuts. It'd be funny if it just cuts to him where he's like at almost like a Walgreens kind of like store. He's just shopping regular.
Yeah. See, I think that was a missed opportunity.
Just randomly go shopping. You know, it has nothing to do with the movie.
As I held her hand.
Now, are there deleted scenes from this movie?
I know that's not one of them.
Well, I don't own the DVD. I'm watching it online.
Pretty sure I haven't watched the DVD in a year or so I would have to look at it again. I love this. You see the newscasters without makeup and they're look like they just woke up in the morning. Yeah.
You guys got a big old zit.
Okay, now it's one thing that there's one you could like not wear makeup and that's fine, but you don't have to look sweaty or you have your hair uncombed.
Right.
And the guy really shouldn't look too far out. But yeah, it's played for laughs. It's all right.
And then it's just Harvey Dent back then. What was the reaction back then, though? Because people complain about when they race swap characters.
Nobody thought a thing.
Yeah. See, isn't that crazy? Like all of a sudden today it's like, oh, you can't do that.
Well, one, Billy D. Williams is an awesome actor, and two, it wasn't done with we're going to put it. Look, black people can act. Never knew they could. It's just we're going to do it, and they did it, and it was okay.
And even if it was, you didn't know.
But the thing is, I'm sure somebody complained. I mean, we complained that Michael Keaton was going to be Batman. So I'm sure there were some complaints, but it wasn't a big deal. Now, of course, it's a big statement whenever that's done. And I think that is, that's the big problem. Just do it. Do it. Don't, we're going to make a woman. Just do it. We know women can act. You're the one that is acting like women, gay people, black people can't do these things, and you're surprised when they do. The rest of us don't care. We've seen it. I was David Letterman's stupid people tricks.
Now they just showed his other girlfriend, the one that was betrayed him.
That was Jerry Hall. Yeah,
and she's got the mask on. I forgot why she had the mask on.
Well, you're about to find out in the scene where they're in the museum. This is she gets acid on her face. He says he wants to be an artist and use humans as and that's why she is doing that bit.
Okay, so she already had the mask on. She's going to sit down to dinner. So maybe already passed it up.
Yeah.
I must have not seen it then.
And so she gets the package.
Yep.
I don't know, not a good wardrobe on her this time. I love the white dress, the black dress, that kind of thing. It's just this one is like, eh.
Like you said, that looks like an 80s sweatshirt.
Yeah, and here she's supposed to be meeting up with Bruce Wayne, and they dated. I don't know. Clean yourself up, Kim. Except for actually, this would show that she herself is being careful of the Joker products. So I am the dumb one on this one.
It's like she's basically like she just got dumped, and she's like, instead of being sitting at home eating ice cream, she's just out in town with a sweatshirt on.
Oh, they're dead. I like the fact that they flipped over so they could land a little bit.
Oh, not a dessert.
Yeah, that was a good tiramisu. That was back when tiramisu was new.
Yep.
What I think is funny is Tim Burton, when he directed this, he was like, yeah, I don't read Batman comics. And it's like, yeah, I could tell.
Here comes the music now.
Yep. Sorry, Eric. We got some Prince soundtrack going on for you here. So the Jack Nicholson dance here is improvised, by the way.
Yeah, we imagine so.
Yeah, this is not choreographed. Now, what of course they got to set up the scene. So when people are messing up the art, that is, but all the movement that he does, all of this is improvised.
So what's with the candle though? The
What
guy's
do you mean?
dancing around the guy. The one Joker goes, he's dancing around with the candle. Did he
Oh,
steal it?
it's table dressing.
Okay. Oh, well, that's right. He's gonna set the scene, yeah, for the dinner. Okay.
When he gets to the table, he puts the candle in the middle of it. You'd never seen.
Not all these priceless paintings. Handprints.
Yeah, these are not actual paintings.
I know. I love the design of the architect. You know, the giant industrial vents and stuff on the building. So it looks more like a warehouse. That does look like an art place. But
Yeah.
so look at the giant knife he's got. That dude carries.
Yeah, that is pretty good. I know there's something to do with that painting, but I forgot. There is that painting is like called something that it's has something to do with the movie or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Human canvas. Yes. No. I want that.
that looks like a gag out of a Mel Brooks movie.
Well, what it looks like, if I understand what you're saying, yes, but what it looks like is it's actually a rod that they click, almost like one of those grill master lighters.
Oh yeah.
That way it controls the flame. They just, of course, add on what sounds like a fire extinguisher sound effect, and then the candles, of course, being lit afterwards.
All right.
Yeah. That's what it looks like to me, anyway. Whenever we're done with this, if you go back, you look at it. That kind of looks like the fire is coming out of a metal rod.
Yeah, I'm just saying, there's the fact that it's like what's supposed to be like a comedy prop, you know, where he has.
Yeah,
like,
of course. Well, for the safety of your actor or stuntman, you really don't want to give them a flamethrower like lighter. Yeah, it might blow up in their hand. So yeah.
But look at the extent of makeup they put on his face.
That is awesome.
I wonder how long it took him to put it on there, how long to take it off. He must have been like complaining, like, I can't breathe, you know, because it's like the makeup on your skin.
Yeah, this is why I wanted a James Woods or Jack. Of course, Jack Nicholson obviously works. They were going to do Robin Williams. He was in talks to do the Joker. So was Tim Curry, I believe, was in talks as well. But you need somebody with an expressive face. Willem Dafoe would have been freaking awesome.
Well, yeah.
To act underneath all of that. Say again?
Dude, Willem Dafoe has like the great like face for like crazy characters.
Yeah.
So when you saw him do Green Goblin, he didn't need the helmet. They just used his own face.
They should have. They really should. And for a while, they were going to use the classic green outfit with the thing. They even had a prosthetic mask they worked on.
I saw it worked and everything. I don't know why they didn't do it though. Do you remember?
I don't know. I have no idea. I would have to go and look that up. But
there you go. Just take the mask.
You're crazy. Off. I thought I was a Pisces. And of course, in the preview, they had this awesome line that the man's had 30 years to fix it, but they had this awesome line in the previews that's coming up where he says, "Where does he get those wonderful toys?" And they edit it for the movie to the point where all he says is, "Get those wonderful toys." They dropped off the "where did he?"
All right. Yeah, as soon as I see the flower thing, I think of right away like he's gonna have gas in there, or it's gonna have acid.
Acid.
And there's acid in there.
Now, one thing I like that they do here is the Joker actually believes Batman draws a gun on him for a moment before. When he drops to the ceiling, love that scene. But right here, I like that look on it.
Oh yeah,
Until the thing pops up, he's got that look of fear on him.
the camera angle
Yeah.
shows.
But right here,
Yep.
they messed up the line.
And then you see him, and he's like, whoa, he's excited.
They had 30 years. 30 years you could have given us something where you fixed it. And he actually says, where does he get those wonderful toys?
Hop in the car. There you go.
What car?
The Batmobile.
Yeah. Okay, so what do we think about the Batmobile at that point in time? I thought it was really cool.
Dude, it's great.
I would love this. It does not look like it handles easy, though.
No, it's bulky and hard to turn. It's like my car, the '96 Dodge Avenger. It's hard to turn that boat.
Yeah. Oh, I had a 1979 Ford Thunderbird, which was huge. that handled very well, though. So it is possible this thing can.
But can you make sharp turns though?
Yeah.
So you're able to do it without having to back up. With the Avenger, I had to go forward, back up, just turn.
Yeah, I learned how to drive in a big ass boat of a car.
And I love the
emergency bat turn.
Yep.
Actually, the emergency bat turn was when they would put it. It's in the Batman Returns movie, but I do like the anchor thing to help them round the corners quicker. But yeah, I like it. I think it looks cool. It's obviously huge, a bit bigger than what it's got to be.
Stops on a dime.
And I dig this bit. Shields.
What did she throw out of the window? Oh, she's throwing her heels out. That's what it is.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't need heels anymore. We're going to run. They're chasing Bat.
He's running a bit weird because he has to hold the cape so it flows in the right way and it doesn't get...
And I love how the car just locks up. So how's he going to get home, though, if it's in the way?
Don't overthink things.
We need to go for the Batmobile. Well, it's pinned by the cops. It's being towed. But
how much do you weigh?
Now,
I like this scene coming up here because this is the first time that we actually saw Batman fighting, really fighting, because the only time we've seen him fight so far is like a punch or he'll wrap somebody up, but you never actually get to see Batman being the martial artist. And
I like how he's this scene here, you see him with the grappling hook. He attaches it to his belt.
Yeah.
Where usually you see, like watching the cartoons or stuff, he holds onto it and it goes off, pulls him up. But this scene, he actually put it on his belt.
Yeah, which actually seems like, well, that's a little bit safer, but
yeah,
because you can always lose your grip.
Or where they shoot him at the scene right now, where they're leaning over, like Bob Kane, a group, where I'm like, oh, he's dead. Is he Batman dead?
Yeah. Oh, and here's one other thing that we said in the comics: that he's got the electric. It'd be electrified if they touch the mask, and I'm glad they did that in the Dark Knight.
Yep.
Yeah, but at least here we get to see Batman fighting.
Like, he almost got a mask, but they noticed her up there with the camera.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you get to see him fighting. Yeah, this is great.
And of course, this is the one that we're like, oh yeah, all right, now we're gonna get it, and it's just, oh no, it's over way too soon.
The kung fu guy, the swords.
Yeah.
It's like Indiana Jones right here. He just pulls out a gun and shoots him.
No,
Batman's like, he doesn't care.
He gets him with a kick in this one.
Yep. I like how he blocks everything with his gauntlets, like he does in the comics.
Well, yeah, it gives a reason for the spikes on the on the gloves there. It's it actually makes sense.
Bob's like, nope, I'll drop the knife and run away.
Bob's the smart goon.
No.
Yeah. Shields up. Is the mess cleaned up? You're right. Is he going to be able to? They got rid of that big mess very quickly. That the reason why they had to stop. Actually, the Batman wasn't stopped by a big mess. He was stopped by that bulldozer that obviously moved out of the way.
And they lifted it up.
Yeah. And of course, this shot coming up was done very simply by just reversing.
Yeah.
They filmed the car in reverse. What I think is funny is he holds Vicky Vale there. It's like, oh no, I don't care if you're. Oh no, okay, I had this movie wrong. I know there was a one movie I watched where they did this, and the guy just held the person there and like watch.
The Batmobile, he's like he speaks to the little thing.
No, I'm thinking Back to the Future, where the DeLorean's coming at him at 88 miles an hour. It's an experiment, and he still holds Marty McFly there in front of the thing. That's what I was thinking.
Yep.
Yeah.
But I was thinking, like, that'd be a great plug to, like, Batman First Modes uses alkaline or some kind of, like, Duracell batteries, Energizer. Because you don't want to get run over.
But yeah, that scene, of course, was filmed by having the car start right in front of Batman, and then they reversed it, and then they just played it backwards.
So Jeff Dunham, the comedian who does the ventriloquist stuff, he actually has this car.
Oh, wow.
In his collection, and he takes it to California. He lives in California. He takes it to car shows. He's like $1 million car shows, and he always feels bad because you have all these nice Lamborghinis and all this stuff, and as soon as he pulls in, they all leave and they go to his car.
Because it's the Batmobile.
I know. He said he feels so bad, but he's like, but it's he said they redid it. It has a L7 Corvette motor in it.
Yeah.
So.
I would think if I were to own one of the Batmobiles, I would want to own the 66 Batmobile.
So I think there's only like 2 that were made for this, or 3 of them for one of these. Either it's Batman Returns or this one.
Yeah.
And like I posted about a week ago or 2, where that one is in the field, was rotting there because that's what happens to cars. After a while, there's a junkyard, they just sit there and nobody wants them anymore. But
yeah, that's sad. Somebody wants the Batmobile, even if it's just the shell, like say that with the shields up shell or something like that. Somebody wants that. There's a collector out there that wants that.
And there is I forget. I apologize. I remember his name, but there was a commenter on my Twitter. He's the best comment he said. He's like, "Honey, look what I found coming home with a car, flatbed, the Batmobile."
Yeah, damn straight.
Can you imagine if your wife said that? Like, you come home with that, she's like, just look at you, like, no.
At the Hollywood, what is it? The Planet Hollywood down here at Disney, they have the maquette that it was kind of like a maquette is like a model that they build, and they'll film around it to know how it's going to look on camera and that kind of thing. And they've got the maquette of the Batmobile with its shields up and the whole 9 yards. I do like the fact that he's trying to hide his face from her.
I like
he's wearing a mask, but if she could get a good look at the chin, maybe she could find some sort of feature to discover who he is.
The voice too.
Yeah. And so he makes sure that she never gets a really good look at him.
He sticks to the shadows, so you can't really make out his face too. And I love that. This is when they see him sitting down, and you don't see his eyes; you just see the mask.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty badass.
And yes, he is putting on the black mascara.
And I know he's got raccoon basically like eyes all around.
But I guess you would use a spray paint gun or something like that.
For a while, there was a place near me. It was called Bart's. It was a party store, and they had the Batman Forever costume, the Val Kilmer, kind of like it's similar to that. I put it on. That is the most uncomfortable thing ever. Like, you put it over your eyes, just the mask. It fits your face, but after the rubber where it's cut, it can actually like leave scrapes on your under your eye.
Oh, something I noticed, not in this scene, other than the fact that her dress is almost up to her butt, but something I noticed I never did before. This is another thing, 30 years, because now I'm looking on screen for things to comment about. But you actually could see things like scope and crest and all sorts of stuff on a counter by the Bat computer.
Yep.
So you can really tell that they were testing the products, and it makes me wonder, what were they testing them on? Because he says, here's the combinations. Okay, so what were you testing them on? Are there like a lot of dead bat bodies now at the bottom of a ravine in the Batcave. Because both Batman and Alfred are alive.
Well, because the products, so the Joker was putting this up in all the products, so he wanted, I guess, yeah. I don't know who they're testing it. But
of course,
man,
the real answer would be they would put them together and then analyze them to see if they had the Smilex gas or something.
You see the modern technology, and he just puts it onto a little drive, and he just puts it in, and the computer does a little analyze it, and within like 10 seconds, oh, it's done. Or he look at the microscope,
Yeah.
He doesn't do that here, though. They don't show him, but that's what he did in the comics, and that's what he did in the video games. You have a slide, and he'd look in the. That's also. I mean, he was a detective, but he also was, treated in biochemistry, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Too. Yeah. So I mean, he could recognize different stuff. That's why I loved it when he did like Man Bat, or anything he has to do with try to find the serum stuff. Whenever they showed it, it was actually pretty cool. But there it is. There's the microscope on the table.
Now,
mild-mannered Bruce Wayne.
I'm gonna bring it up because it just happened in a scene. I'm of a mind to make some Mookie. I'm of a mind to make some Mookie. Mookie seems it's like that is a weird thing to say, and it was like, okay, what the heck does that mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Her permit's nice.
So it's just weird. I think it's Moogie. I'm of a mind to make a Moogie. But the only thing I could think of is that they were looking at Vicky Vale. So I think he's just saying, well, I want to bang her. If you ever wondered what make a Moogie is, that's my thought on that particular thing. He's just looking at a picture of Vicky Vale, and he says, I'm of a mind to make a Moogie or whatever he says. I think he's just basically saying, I want to bang her.
Yeah, remember, this is like PG.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, I have to say, right here, this scene, I'm up and just to let you know where I am, I'm in the scene where Bruce Wayne is at Vicky Vale's house, and he's trying to confess that he's Batman.
He just pushed. I said a couple months ago, he pushed her down in the chair. He got aggressive. He's like, "Sit down."
Okay, this is, in my opinion, the least Bruce Wayne and the most Michael Keaton scene in the movie. If I was to say there was the worst scene in the film, this is it to me.
Yeah, it is. It's just it seems like multiplicity.
Well, they're playing it up for laughs, but I think they lose the character of Bruce Wayne because of it. And I understand, okay, this is a secret. It's difficult. How do you tell her? Blah, blah, blah. But in the end, I think they lose the character by trying to play it up for laughs.
I never saw Bruce Wayne being more romantic, too. I mean, I see him, remember he said, Bruce Wayne is the mask.
Yeah, I would then point you to... I know that it's in a trade paperback, but there's a storyline called Strange Apparitions. In the 1970s, he was with a character called Silver St. Cloud.
Yeah, I heard about her. Yeah.
Yeah, very very much a good love story.
And then she died.
Yeah. It's definitely one to look out for. It's a great storyline.
And then would you say that's why he's heartless now? Why he doesn't want any romance, really?
At this point, I don't think modern day Batman. I don't think Tom King has ever heard of Silver St. Cloud.
Yeah. Funny enough, they introduced her on Gotham. So.
Around the 120 mark. Where am I here?
I'm at 120.31.
There we go.
121.31 from 34. Like I said, I'm just 2 seconds behind you, I think.
No, you're a second ahead, but it's okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Now, here's the thing. When Jack Napier comes in, he's doing jokes, but he's doing it scary. This is the way you do the character.
This is he's kind of
He's
aggressive
still
and
he's still telling he's telling jokes, but they're not jokes to laugh at. They're jokes to be yikes, and that's where you do the character. With Bruce Wayne, I think they just lost the plot on him in this one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jack. He's like, he's obsessed with her now, and he's becoming creepy obsessed.
Oh, Eric Green is saying the Englehart Rogers detective run is my favorite Batman story and the best in my humble opinion. It is very good. So yeah, I can't argue with that. But yeah, look it up. Look up for a story called Strange Apparitions. I promise you, you will not be disappointed.
Yeah, this is I said like when Jack Nicholson has always been creepy.
Bruce?
After watching The Shining, so when he starts doing Joker stuff like this, he gets even more kind of creepy.
I love that line. He's like Bruce Wayne, Nespa. He goes most of the time.
I forgot. Does the boombox play a scene in this part of the scene?
Well, it was played. He was playing the romantic music when he's coming in.
Oh yeah, I have my volume turned down, so I don't want to be on the stream. That's why.
Yeah, I understand. I appreciate it too. I've got it just loud enough that I can hear it when we stop talking. If I want to hear,
even if we're not monetized, you can still get a copy strike.
Yeah, we're trying to avoid that because our bread and butter actually are the live streams. I've done videos and everything.
Yeah.
But what really gets us the views are the live streams, and I don't know if this one will because in the end it's going to be a 2 hour.
Well, there's no Rob. We can see if it gets better or not. Maybe it's just Rob.
Oh, there you go.
I'm just kidding.
Well, no, actually, I told him. I said I really want him to take point on this. I've got this is one of 3 channels that I'm on. 4 if you count the one where I'm dumping the live streams now. I've got a BitChute. I've got 2 Patreon. I got a Patreon and a Ko-Fi. So if he wants to take point, by all means, I'm okay with that.
Now the scene right now where Joker is pointing a gun at him, he comes out of the kitchen. You remember he slipped the
he's got the serving tray underneath.
And now Jack Nicholson's got the little bitty pistol.
Yeah.
If he had a bigger pistol, he'd be dead.
Yeah. Or if he decided for a headshot.
I know, right?
Yeah, that's very much relying on Jack Napier to shoot somebody in the chest.
I'm thinking, what did he look to see? Wait, there's no blood on his shirt. I think at the point where it's not because he just didn't care.
Oh, Eric Breen is saying Tom King does know who Silver St. Cloud is because he used her as the femme fatale in Batman and Elmer Fudd. You are right. I stand corrected. And that was when Tom King was good. That was a very good story, by the way. I do recommend Batman and Elmer Fudd to people.
I think Tom Taylor's actually coming back, and he's actually.
I love this bit right here when he leaves. Is like whoop.
But there you go. There's your only boobies in the scene.
Oh, the painting. Yeah. But yeah, I do like that whole bit when he does the "Won't you join me for a weep?"
There's the bullet.
Yeah.
And the thing.
That hurt.
Yeah. That why isn't there any blood on it? It went through.
Yeah, if it went through, that means it hit skin, and that would have hurt him.
Or broke a rib at least.
Yeah.
There you go. She falls cartoonish like faints. But
this scene
yeah, this is they're downtown in the police station, I believe, right?
Yeah, this is also, to me, it serves up to say, hey, remember we used to have this character named Knox in the movie?
Now, do you like the setup for the Gotham piece, or DCPD? Do you like that in this, or do you like it in the Gotham TV series?
Well, obviously the Gotham, that's a little bit of a loaded question, but because in the Gotham TV series, the Gotham PD is it's a set. It's a set you visit a lot, so they really want to make it look good. This is not a set they really use. It's a set, they use it as an establishing shot. Okay, we're at the police station. In this case, they're not at the police station. They're in
the newsroom.
What is it? The Gotham Gazette or something like that?
Yeah.
So they never actually go to Gotham PD.
No, it shows Axis Chemicals. Isn't it supposed to be Ace Chemicals?
Axis, well, yeah, Ace Chemicals in the comic, but Axis works. Who knew Batman Elmer Fudd would end up being King's best work on Batman? Yeah, I know, right? I agree.
Here's your iconic shot right there with the bat suit
Yeah, that is really nice.
in the vault.
Shot. Well, you got to give that much to Tim Burton.
I love the giant vault though. It's like, what's behind there? You see the future comics where he has like even in the cartoon series he has like the side by side, glass case for costumes on the mannequins. Even Arrow did that too, because Arrow was trying to be like Batman. But in this one, he's just got a cave and he's just got a few things.
Yeah.
But
okay, in the comic books, it is Ace Comics.
Yeah.
And it first appears in Detective Comics 168. But yeah, Axis Comics is made for the movie itself.
Yep.
I just wanted to make sure because I didn't think Axis Comics was in, or Axis Chemicals as it is. I didn't think it was in the comic books. I wanted to make sure before I said that out loud.
Well, I remember Ace being in the cartoon series. That's why I was.
Yeah, because that's part of what the comic books were.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm looking up Axis and I am seeing nothing about.
I remember Hollywood likes to change things too because they don't have rights to everything, or just to change it to be different.
Oh, here's something I just I'm looking up to see if Axis Chemicals was in the comic books, and I found out that this was previously used as a filming location for Aliens, where it significantly renovated and stood in for the interior of the atmosphere processing plant. So when they're at Axis Chemicals, that's the same thing that you see the Marines walking through.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
cool.
So
Axis Chemicals is mentioned in Nothing to Fear and Batgirl Returns of the Batman animated series.
Huh. I like the bats in the background.
I do. It's a bat cave.
I know.
That's something that's missed, although they are very close to him.
Are they like real bats, or are they in the same shot, or are they like
Yeah, they're in the same shot when he's looking at the computer. He's contemplating.
Yeah.
If you look over,
they're not edited in though.
No, they would have to be. That's not a composite shot.
Yeah,
he's not. They are actually right there now. That's they're not moving right in this in the second time you see him, but when the first time he's around, you do see him.
Can you imagine working there and all of a sudden it starts pooping?
Yeah, that's one of the things I would think that Batman would want. Yeah, you see him moving around back there now. Yeah, I guess they are real. Holy Toledo.
Isn't that creepy?
That is actually, that's another thing 30 years later. Thank you for pointing it out. Wow.
Yep.
But
I was looking, I'm like, are those puppets or are those?
That's something you would think that Batman would want something that would keep the bats far enough away. You know, that they wouldn't get to the computer because you don't want bat guano all over.
Can you imagine that?
All over the computer.
Over again. I hate poop on my car. I can not imagine a keyboard.
You got to move the computer. I don't want to clean bat shit every week.
Alfred, you forgot to put the keyboard cover over again. Remember you used to sell those for your keyboards, the covers you put over them? Okay, now he's remembering.
Yeah, he's doing the little flashback to the origin. The thing is...
They show what movie he saw?
Zorro.
Okay, Zorro?
The thing is this has got to be a hit because these criminals are too well dressed to be doing a mugging.
Well, I believe wasn't it Telltale that revealed that it actually was a hit?
Well, yeah, they've gone over the it's a mob hit for a while, but Joe Chill in the beginning was just a random thug.
It was only one guy.
And it made sense for him to do a mugging, but these guys look way dressed. These are made men. They have money. They don't need to rob a woman of her pearls. It doesn't. It doesn't make sense for someone that well dressed to do a mugging.
And now, so now he's saying, "Oh, this is Jack Napier that killed my parents."
Like maybe if this was what Jack Napier did to go up in the world,
Yeah,
that would be something. But
and this is an alternate universe.
Yeah,
and that's why he hates them so much.
Oh, you want to talk about like, okay, sure. Before the movie, everybody had a problem with the casting of Michael Keaton. After the movie, having two things happen. One, you find out that the Joker killed his parents. People went crazy for that. And two, Alfred brought Vicky Vale into the Batcave. No freaking way would that ever happen. No. Never. Oh, no. It's like,
hell. Beat the crap out of Alfred.
Hi, Vicky. You're fired, Alfred. It's like there's no.
Sorry, Vicky, you're going to have to fall into the chasm over here. We could keep the secret.
Nobody liked the fact that Alfred took it upon himself to lead Vicky Vale into the Batcave.
She kind of knew, but she didn't really know. He didn't because he never revealed it. Remember, he was shot.
And this is one of the worst lines. I gotta say, I once again love the movie. Are we gonna try to love each other? That is just a heavy-handed line.
Right.
Alfred's getting senile, said Edward Brewer. I know, right? No way does Alfred lead Vicky Vale to the Batcave. It just does not happen, gang. Doesn't happen. Of all the things that should have happened, that is not one.
I really love the. I mean, there's people who hate the Telltale version. Was a retelling of it. I
have not played the game. I've had it for 2 years and I still haven't played it. It's
really?
Yeah, I gotta play it.
There are 5 episodes each per season. There's 2 seasons.
Yeah, I'm looking. I read the comic based on the second one. I didn't know what I was reading. I was like, oh shit, did I just spoil the game for myself? So I'll have to check that out. But
I didn't read the comic for that. I only read the comics for Injustice.
Yeah, I love that too, man. I love the comic book for it, and I do love the games.
just Batman being in the back with the chimp.
Yeah,
and then you got Constantine and Chaz just laughing their ass off.
Yeah, I like the fact that we have a little suit up scene, but we don't look at any bat nipples or butt. Good job, Tim Burton.
And I love how bright yellow his belt is.
And this is where Batman says, "You know what? I think I'm gonna murder people."
Right.
This was the scene I was talking about from the trailer, and he just stops. It's like, here's a whole bunch of grenades.
This is where Scott Snyder got his idea for the machine guns on the Batmobile.
It works.
Yep.
And he puts on the shield and he just drops a couple of grenades out to take out the entire gang. Just boop, boop. I would be bat running right now.
Oh, crap.
Yeah, them guys are dead. Okay, so here's something you said. I'm pointing stuff out. By the way, I love the Batman through the Batmobile through the fire. But when you see Batman standing outside of the Batmobile and the Joker calls from the helicopter, watch Batman's belt. When he turns around, you actually see it drop from the middle to like the bottom of his waist. A little bat gaff right there. But yeah, I love this scene. That is just filmed so awesomely. The Batmobile driving through the exploding factory.
Here we
go. This is it. Watch the belt.
It goes. Yeah, it does.
It's just really quick. It's just like you see the belt all from.
When I watch this stuff, I missed all that stuff. I wasn't really paying attention. I only watched it once or twice. But it's been so long.
There was a while when we first got this on VHS. I watched it like it was the only movie ever made.
This is the one with the Batwing. Plane.
Eric Breen saying he could easily see Alfred doing something like leading Vicky Vale into the cave now, but not 30 years ago. It really was a what the moment. It was. Okay, so there is a deleted scene that has the Joker causing trouble across town, which makes the cops go across town. That's why there are no police to stop him here. That has been it was never filmed. You can see the storyboards, but that's why there are no cops here. That's one point of contention. Why aren't the cops stopping the parade and taking him down? because there was an unfilmed scene that had the Joker cause like an explosion or something happens on the other side of town, so we could do this.
So they're all over there. They don't realize
Yeah.
what's going on here until too late.
Yeah.
Which is it's just basically classic Joker, or any of the classic villains. They always, even Enigma, he distracts you from what his main goal is.
And one thing I think is kind of crazy is you could tell just by looking that that's not real money. So it's funny how the Gothamites didn't catch on for a while.
Well, it's not green. It's like it's more
it's white. It looks like it's white there. I don't know. Is it just me? Maybe it's because of the light on it.
It probably is the lighting on it.
What I think is what it really is HD. We're looking at it not much higher resolution. Yeah. For that can make a lot of changes to a movie.
When they show it up,
Like in HD, you can actually see the Riddler waiting to go on when Two Faces later. What?
Now are they gonna show where they actually like someone looks at it like realize, hey, this isn't a George Washington. This is like it's actually like a Joker on it.
Yeah, there's a scene coming up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking like, are these people idiots? Like, oh, it's free money. Wait, this is fake
money. What the hell? Creed. Also, not Johnny Knoxville. Alexander Knox was supposed to die. He was supposed to die stopping the car, like you see him jump on a car, and he was supposed to get exposed to the gas and die in that scene. But
we're gonna have the Batman thumb.
Oh yeah, that's right. the Batman thumbs up meme. Who do you trust? Money, money, money. Who do you trust? I love this line. It's the Batman.
Watching his tights.
It's a really good line. I got it, and he delivers it perfectly, man.
He's washing his rubber tights.
Yeah, it's obviously a rubber suit.
Too bad they couldn't plug like McDonald's. He's at McDonald's or something.
Those lives. You've got to go with a smile. I am. I feel myself watching the movie now. It's like, okay, what could be said? What could be said? You know what? It's just obviously animated. The gas coming out of the clown's neck is obviously a cartoon.
Yeah.
It's but yeah, this scene right here where you see him grab like the jock cup or something like that to filter the gas. That's when Alexander Knox was supposed to buy the farm.
This reminds me of a scene where they were just gawking. This reminds me of the Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, where he's like, "What's wrong with bystanders?" He was standing around bystanding. They used to run away. Which is true.
I joke with my wife that if the zombie apocalypse came about, that she would not survive, and she goes, "Wait, you don't think I would?" There's two kinds of people. They're the kinds of people that see the rest of the crowd running, so they run, just assuming. And then there's the people that go, "What? Why are you running?" And you stand around and wait for the zombie to bite you. You're that one.
Yep. Whereas people, the first thing he's gonna go, he's like, Facebook's gonna go.
Okay, now this is obviously a model with a toy in it.
Yeah. I didn't care for the design, but I thought it was cool that they actually brought it in, though.
No, it's really done well, and for the time, it was really done well. This is obviously a miniature.
This is also details of Tim Burton film.
Yeah, but
the way he does everything.
I think it's done well, and the only that would hurt. Yeah, the only reason why this really looks bad is because we've seen things look better now, but at the time it was done very well. This is some awesome special effects.
Nope.
It's just time that makes it look bad. I mean, look at Superman now. I mean, a lot of it holds up, but a lot of it is he's on a green screen.
The best Superman is always gonna be the one where he had to fight his evil self.
Superman 3? No. good.
That's
No,
my
not
favorite.
even
That's my
a little
favorite
bit.
scene where he's in the bar.
No, no,
He's flicking
not.
the beans.
Nope, nope, nope. You know what? I would usually say, everybody's got their opinion. Nobody has a wrong
But
have a
we're
wrong opinion, sir.
big. It's all right.
Yeah.
We're allowed to disagree. You know.
Yeah.
Do you remember the games, the video
Oh,
games
heck
for all for these? When
Oh,
you
yeah.
when you played, you flew with these things, or you they show the
Yeah.
clips.
No. I actually played the games. I
Yeah.
played Batman. I played Batman Returns. Batman Forever was awesome. I played that to
the Batman Sega CD.
He stole my balloons.
Right.
Now we got to say goodbye to Bob. We see the balloons fly away. Jack Napier, Joker doesn't like it, and we got to say goodbye to Bob the Goon. One of the best characters of the movie. I love the guy working as a stare for him.
Yeah, right. Get the
Why
Tommy
didn't
gun.
you tell me he had one of those things?
Yeah.
Things. I love that. Bob Gunn. This is such a brilliant performance, man. I love Jack. For all the people I would love to see play the Joker, he just does it so perfectly.
And the fact that
really
they're friends in real life.
Oh yeah, they're best friends.
So they play it off real well.
It's just Bob Gunn, and he hands him the gun. He shoots him, and it's like, okay, let's go.
And poor Bob, you know,
cheered over this right here, where the Batmobile flies to the moon. I was like, oh. You had two kinds of people actually in the theaters: those who cheered and those who laughed, because it is cheesy as hell. That's just as cheesy as hell right there. But
it
it's
goes up, and then it'd be funny, like the engine stalls. Yeah, going too far up.
That is so obviously a toy.
I know.
After he goes down for the moon and he's flying, it's like, yep, that's a toy. But
when you see the missiles come out too, yeah, those are toys.
Yeah, but okay, like I said,
like I said, it's Tim Burton. It's Tim Burton style, though. He does it with every movie he does.
Okay, so there has been talk and complaint that Batman really could have killed the Joker in this, and it's stupid that he didn't. And I think he had him on lock, but in the end, Batman does have his morality. But the thing that makes that seem silly is that he had just murdered a whole bunch of people at Axis Chemicals.
Look at now with the missiles.
So it doesn't make sense why he didn't just
kill it. He could have killed the Joker right there, but
right here. Except for the fact that it looks awesome, and they have to have their person-to-person.
There you go.
And a lot of people got mad at this as well, but I'm thinking, look at the gun. This is obviously not supposed to be a regular gun. Just go with it. But
I like how he falls back. I was like, whoa, that's a big kickback.
But there was a bit of arguments about Joker being able to shoot down the bat plane.
Oh, there's always the fanboys like, no, Joker's stupid. He could do this, you know?
Yeah, I okay, you can watch it on its own merit. Sometimes, of course, it gets way too stupid, like Bat Credit Card from Batman and Robin. But
yeah. Well, that was George Clooney. That's what it was. Yeah, George Clooney did the credit card thing.
yeah.
That's I remember. Like, one of them.
No, that's Batman and Robin. That's George Clooney. Yeah.
But even with this, though, you gotta realize that even the comics, Joker has outsmarted Batman before too.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then Batman comes. Joker makes a mistake because he wants Batman to go after him.
Yes.
So.
Yes, you get that feeling to it.
But you have to have that though. You can't just have one guys. I'm unstoppable because I've done this. No, I want the guy who emotionally messes up Batman. You know.
Now I've got the box set of the Batman anthology, and it's got just tons of extras on it.
I think I had this movie. I have it on VHS though. One
of the things I love in the extras is they do interviews. They do interviews with everybody, and Jack Nicholson and Danny DeVito actually have very similar acting styles. And in the interview they do with Jack Nicholson, he's talking about getting into the character and talking about and it's kind of weird because it's very hard to think of Jack Nicholson as a person. You know, I mean, obviously
He,
he's human, we know this, but he's Jack frickin' Nicholson,
yeah.
and it's really kind of fun because when you're seeing him talk about how he does the role. Oh, and by the way, watch this scene right here while we're talking. Batman stumbles into the church. He falls over the pew a lot, and and that really needs to be pointed out to talk about something. Well, that needs to be
He
talked
tri-
about for something that comes up later. But
did he
anyway, let
trip?
me
He
get
tripped
back
over
to
the boards.
no, he didn't. Uh, but it's very important. Um, but watching him talk about how much he had fun playing the role, it's
Yeah.
like, oh, this is a guy who has a job that he loves, and that it's really cool to watch that process.
I
VHS,
wonder.
what are you, my age, Dr. Venkman? That's from Eric Breen. Yeah.
Nah, I'm just curious though. Like in the movie though, did he purposely tripped? He knocked it
Yeah.
over. That way he
That's
knows it's there to scare him.
now no, he was in a plane crash. Batman
Okay.
is injured at
Okay.
this point. He is not at full capacity right here. This I think needs to be said. It needs to be brought up because of the scenes that are coming up where it looks like basically Batman's getting his butt handed to him. And there are some scenes that weren't filmed and that are in like the novelization that explain the Joker goon, the big guy. He's supposedly some sort of he's not just a regular goon. He's like some sort of mystic strongman from
Oh,
an African country or something like that. So he's
Mystic.
got,
We're going here.
yeah, so
Dalton.
he's got a backstory to him that gives him actual superpowers.
Yeah.
But it's not brought up in the movie, so it just looks like our hero Batman is getting his ass handed to him.
Let's see here.
And I thought, wow, that really needs to be told. But yeah, the whole thing about the tripping and the stumbling is to show you that Batman's not up to 100%.
He's not. He's not.
And yes, Eric, I did
Missable.
appreciate that you told an age joke that wasn't directed at me. That's such a great reaction shot from Jack Nicholson. Like I said, he's awesome at his craft. But he knows the bell's gonna fall, and when it does, he kind of does a whoop, kind of look to it. So yeah.
It's when they see the show the church bell scene.
I hate Gordon right here. Oh no, let's give up. It's just he literally okay, come on.
This church bell scene kind of reminds you of the Sam Raimi Spider-Man thing where he has the Venom.
Yeah.
Same kind of dark church.
Like he pushes on the bell twice and just goes,
yeah, I know. He's too fat to get around it. Turn those spotlights on. That's all we're gonna watch now.
We can't do anything about it. We're not gonna try to move the bell, so let's just watch. So I want you to shine a light on the middle.
Look at the lights though.
Not at the top. We don't want to see everything, but shine it into the middle of the building.
Yeah, I love that. Hey, anybody over here? Okay, I'm going up now.
Go over there. Go over here. Be careful. Be careful. I don't like the Commissioner Gordon in the Burton movies.
You ever dance with the devil in the pale moonlight?
Ever dance with the devil in pale moonlight?
Only one man's ever said that to me. Jay.
And then we get
the second guy
again.
Yeah, well, it is the same guy. Yeah, it
is the Indiana Jones moment because he's got the thing that protrudes from his wrist and catches him in the nuts. I don't know if that would knock you out, but it definitely would take the fight out of you.
Right.
I always ask that of all my prey.
And the people who criticize the Indiana Jones thing, I love that when the guys come.
Oh no, nobody criticized that. I was there when that movie first opened. People loved that scene.
Because that's what I think of in martial arts. Like, yeah, I can kick your butt. And there goes that guy. Oh man,
I earned my money.
Oh crap!
This is the guy. This is the mystic strongman.
Oh yeah,
from Africa. And he's got a backstory of why he can beat the tar out of Batman, but they don't play it, so it's just.
See, this would have been your Dolph Lundgren scene right here.
Yeah, right here. Yeah. So you just see Batman getting his ass handed to him.
Or did like they did for Thomas Jane Punisher? They could have had Dolph Lundgren in there, him just being the strong Russian guy trying to kill him. You know,
I would have liked to have seen a couple of more "I'm Batman the Badass" scenes as far as this movie was concerned.
I wish they would have done this and then had like Keanu Reeves be like Robin.
Oh, right.
In
No,
the 90s.
That's such a bad idea.
Like young Tim Drake at the time.
Even when he was playing, he was in his 20s when he was playing Ted. So
yeah,
he would be like a 25-year-old Rob.
But
like right here, it just looks like everything Batman tries is not working. He needed a badass Batman moment.
Right. I love how the guy's still wearing sunglasses while he's beating them up too.
Yeah. Because at this point, I don't think the leg thing was badass enough for him. And him being dragged to get up, that was just, I think that was what did it.
Ooh. Just bounced off the bell. You'd think his head would have hit that and he would have get concussion. But no.
And that's another guy I murdered. Gotta tally up the body count for the Batman movies.
There are channels that do that. They count the kills. They
count kills. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. There is no more original ideas on YouTube anymore. It's just, what are your thoughts about that subject? Somebody made a video of 10 years ago.
Remember you and Rob were doing the Halloween stuff, doing the kill counts and then the boob counts for each movie Halloween. I was like, wow, I never noticed that there's that many kills.
Beauty and the Beast.
But
this was so huge back in the day, man.
Like I said, Jack Nicholson, everybody says he was a creepy Joker.
Yeah.
You know, and then you got Mark Hamill, just made it more like crazy.
Yeah, but of course, more family friendly at the same time.
Yeah. It was a balance. Well, I mean, it was the Batman series was aimed for older teens and for kids.
Yeah, I like what Ed Brewer's saying. I pushed him. It's the fall that killed him. I didn't kill him. It was the sudden deceleration syndrome. He died of a disease. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Joker? No. If he wouldn't have tried to go in a helicopter, he would have survived.
There's a blowjob joke in a Batman movie, gang.
There you go.
Smash.
I love this scene.
It's the second hit that I like. That's a Batman moment. He bounces back and he just kind of catches him in the nose on the way up. There should be a bloody nose at this point on Joker. Don't think I haven't tried.
I know. I love this. This is like your 1960s Batman.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, like I said, this is 1970s Batman. This is still a little camp, but we want to draw it darker and we want to have a little bit of a darker story. So it is going up a little bit. Now those things should have exploded.
Yeah. I know. You killed my parents. What? I didn't hear you.
You made me.
And she's just falling behind him. He's like, dude, I'm gonna get away so I don't get involved.
Now he immediately knows whose parents he killed because he's like, I was just a kid when I killed your parents.
Yeah. I love how you see. If she would have been falling behind him so close, she never got pulled over the ledge.
Yeah, she would not. Yeah.
She's an idiot.
Yeah, I blame the woman. It's always the woman's fault. In this case, you're right. Yeah, there's no point for her to have been following behind with the dangerous killer.
Yeah, I mean, I was just with Joker. You know, he's not that bad of a guy. He murdered a few people in front of me.
I always thought this was a cool scene. Just the catch and the pickup. That was always nice. Yep. Yeah. Okay, so the big question we had the other night was, do you think the Batman had killed the Joker at the end of this movie? And I said, yes, I do. And here you can see why. because he kind of attaches them.
Can't Batman
You
just
wouldn't hit
drop
a
and
guy
just
with
use a
butt,
grappling
would
gun?
you? Say again?
Can't he just drop with her and then use his grappling gun to swing away, get her to safety, then go after him?
Oh,
You know.
yeah.
But because of budgets, they got to do the story a certain way.
Right. Plus, I guess
Because
you got to.
comics and cartoons can do whatever they want.
Yeah.
You're limited here. And plus, I don't think Jack Nicholson really wanted to come back for the role, and that's why his character died.
No, it's a whole. It was a different era. You killed the villains back in the day. But yeah, I guess as a narrative, you could have Batman escape with Vicky Vale to go back after the helicopter. All he has to do is get her on solid ground. But right here, you have Batman attach his leg to that statue.
Yeah, he did.
And at this point, if the Joker let go of the ladder, he's going to smack his head into a solid concrete building, and he will die. Or he holds onto the ladder, the statue comes off, and he falls to his death. There is no surviving.
Why didn't they lower the ladder down, or somebody come down and help him?
Well, that's on the Joker's men.
Yeah, no, idiots.
So yeah, at this point,
raise him up, let the car go over the edge so he doesn't fall.
Yeah, I know, right? Best case scenario, they go over the ledge and he drops, maybe breaks a leg. But unfortunately, that don't happen, and they're still trying to get away.
Yeah, and I do agree. Yeah, Joker, he could have survived, but Batman.
And yes, once again, an animated Joker falling to his death.
Yep. They're on wires.
Of course they are.
In front of no green screens yet. Yeah.
Well, no, they had blue screen at the time. They could have done that.
See the grappling hook. He could have done that a long time ago.
And right there, the bottom of their bodies just fell.
Yeah.
It would have ripped them in half, but it's once again, you just put
weight. It would have hurt his arm. His arm would have been kind of dislocated.
And of course, the whole debate is the Joker really dead? But no, it's his laugh box. He's a goner, dead man.
They're ha 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 ha, and it's and they pop it out, and it's a little thing there.
The only thing is in reality, of course, this is a PG movie, PG-13, but there would actually be blood everywhere.
Oh, he'd be splattered everywhere. Yeah. Like I said, and every time he shot somebody, there'd be blood. And I see that with even the CW show, if somebody gets shot or dies, there's no blood splats.
But there was a debate as to whether the Joker was actually dead because you heard him laughing. But no, that was the laugh box he just picked up.
No, yeah. So I still can't wait till they actually do Clayface, because Clayface could fall off a building and then splat and then just
and they don't have to hide away from it or anything like that. That would be really cool. Yeah.
But
so Alexander Knox was supposed to be crucified across the bat signal. He was supposed to be dead at this point, and he's crucified across the bat signal. And he was just a popular character, and they liked him, so they decided they were going to keep him to come back in the next movie, but that never happened.
It would have been interesting if they would have continued with this, and instead of doing the Penguin, did Billy D. Williams as the
nice.
Two-Face. It would have been a different take on it.
He gave us a signal, says Pat Hingle. I don't know if I want to call him Commissioner Gordon. I don't like his Commissioner Gordon.
Was he Commissioner yet this time?
So here's the thing. Does Batman think that they're calling him now? Yeah. So it's like, oh, I got to suit up. They're calling me. Oh, it was a ceremony? Why didn't you tell me it was only a ceremony? Because she's looking up like, oh, they're calling him. No, you just came from the ceremony. You should know. Say again. Are you there?
Yeah.
They even talk about it right here as if he's being called away. So it's like, they light up the signal just to show we've got the signal. Nope. Sorry, Batman. False alarm. You don't have to come this time. Stay away. It's okay. If you come here now, you're just going to be in the middle of a press conference.
You can make a running gag with that. They keep trying it out to the point where he just destroys it himself. It's a bad idea.
Yeah.
Now they don't need it anymore. They can just, call them on the bat phone.
Back to that big, bombastic, iconic score that I love so much. I love this music.
In the 60s TV show, they didn't do the bat signal, did they?
No, they had the bat telephone. Yeah.
Yeah.
I had to think through all of the episodes. Did I ever see a bat signal? Dun, dun, dun. I love that shot right there. That is so awesome. And this was the cover of the comic book. What a great shot. What a great freaking flick.
No.
That does. So what do you think? Does it stand the test of time?
Compared to what they could do now, I mean, I would still give it like maybe 7 out of 10. It's not the greatest, but it's still up there as being great.
Dead to me. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah. Hey, do we have to watch the end credits? Is there going to be an after credit scene? Edward Brewer's bringing that up. Yeah. No, this was back when, hey, you know what? The movie's over. Get the out so we could get new people in here. Yeah.
Yeah. I always feel bad for people like, we worked so hard on this, but nobody knows who we are because no one sees the credits.
People get up and go. Yeah, because it is. It's very important to my life to know that the floor runner was Terry Shane.
Or art directors. Yes. Terry Eklund Snow.
I am not. My life is fulfilled now because Cheryl Lee was script supervisor on Batman.
Camera operators Mike Proudfoot and John Campbell.
Hey, oh my gosh, look at this. Chief makeup artist Paul Englund. Almost. We're almost related. Yeah.
Right? Hairdressers must have been sisters. There's Colin and Jerry.
Yeah. Okay. Foley editor Rocky Pellin. I never met a Vietnamese person named Rocky before. But
see, this is what I used to stay after. And I would me and my brother-in-law. We'd always laugh at the names. Like some of these people have the most weirdest names. You're like Dave, Doc,
Rocky Pellin. That's not Vietnamese. That's
assistant construction manager John New.
But there you go. So there you go, gang.
Here you go. Here's your gaffer, Chuck Finch.
The that was awesome. I had fun doing that. I didn't know if we would be able to make it all through the entire movie. Tell you the truth.
You're still awake, man. This must have woke you up.
Yeah, a little bit, and it was kind of fun talking about the movie. Now I gotta say I don't usually watch the credits, so I really have no idea about this Prince song that's playing.
I've never. I always turn it off as soon as it ends. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I'm on to the next menu. At this point, I'm putting in Batman Returns. I don't like this song. Better songs, man.
Robert Wall, yeah. Pat Hingle as Commissioner Gordon.
See if we can't find somebody who became famous, but we didn't know he was in the. Oh, Philip Tan. He was the. He was the. Well, Philip Tan has been in other movies as Karate Guy, and yeah, but no, we don't have any hidden famous people. Yeah, because sometimes you get that. You watch a 1980s film. It's like the best boy is played by like William H. Macy or something.
Sometimes they don't list people. Or you have a guy staring there, and they only list them like a famous person. So you have to go back and wait, he actually wasn't there. Those.
Sam Rockwell plays like Party Kid in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah. So they're in there, but you forget though because wait, no, that person's in there. That's right.
Oh, they had to credit this song. There'll be a hot time in the old town tonight because Jack Napier. Or Jack Nicholson said that line. Right. Oh, there'll be a hot town.
They're in the Pinewood Studios.
That is cool. So there you go, gang. No credits scene at the end, and the credits were as short as Thug 2 was Philip Seymour Hoffman. Did I miss that? Okay. Well, there you go. That's that, man. It's already 2.5 hours. For those of you who stayed on, thank you very much. Ed Brewer, I know you came in a little bit late, but hope you enjoyed listening and commenting on okay, joke, LOL. Actually, Philip Seymour Hoffman at that point was a teenager. He was in a teenage movie called My Boyfriend the Vampire or something like that. So yeah, go figure. It's a really stupid scene that he's in. He plays a silly character, but it's like, okay, this guy's going to go on to be one of the best actors in film history and then die of heroin. You know what? Why are people still doing that? You would think, enough people died of that. You should know better now. But there you go, guys. I'm going to call it because this is already a 2.5-hour live stream because of the movie. And thanks for joining in. If you stuck with us all the way, Eric, if you're still there, hope you enjoyed.
Says we got full watching, so it helps.
That's something we've got to do. We do have to do a ranking at some point. Really. But thanks for watching, Venkman. Thanks for joining.
Yeah, no problem.
What were you about to say?
I was just gonna say we've had 4 going pretty strong,
Yeah,
we held it 4.
Yeah, well, we did have it dropped to 1 for a moment. Like we chased everybody away.
I'm curious. So, what scene was that though? It dropped to 1.
I don't know. It was towards the beginning. It's like I guess they jumped on and said, "Really? They're really going to do a commentary for Batman?" And
I thought it was you gushing over Jack Palance.
Oh, maybe, yeah. My man love for Jack Palance chased people away. But all right, no, seriously, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for adding to the conversation, and as always, stay extreme.